Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this creamy chicken and spaghetti with spinach and sun-dried tomatoes. Listen, I don't make promises much, but this dish right here going to have your partner for sure looking at you differently. Like, wow, this might be hubby. This might be wifey in the future. Check out this recipe. Don't forget to like the video and let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so before we get started, these are the things we're going to need. So first you want to get you some spinach. Get as much spinach as you like. You're gonna need you about a cup of heavy creamer, about a half a cup to 3/4 cups of chicken broth. You're gonna need you some minced garlic. You gotta get you some sun-dried tomatoes. Chop them up if they have the ones too big. I had to chop them up a little bit, so if you have problems with it being too big, just cut it up. You're gonna need some black pepper, salt. Also, you're gonna need Parmesan cheese. Make sure you get the fresh Parmesan cheese if you want your sauce to be creamy and smooth. The packaged cheese is just gonna make it clumpy, so just my advice. Right. Also, you're going to need about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of chicken. Typically, it's about 2 chicken breasts that you're going to have. And last, you're going to need you some spaghetti. After you get all of your ingredients prepped out, make sure that you go ahead and start boiling your water. So I already got my water boiling back there. So now we can go ahead and cook the noodles. And while I'm cooking the noodles, we're going to go ahead and start the rest of this stuff. Okay, so first go ahead and put down the noodles. When it comes to making noodles, you can cook it based off of the directions on the box, all right? So this box tells me that I need to cook the noodles for 11 minutes uncovered. And right now, all I'm doing is just like stirring them around to make sure that none of them stick together. Now the goal is not to cook the noodles all the way through. You wanna cook them to that al dente. So make sure that you follow the instructions on the box. Al dente just means that they're gonna be a little bit undercooked, but that's gonna be okay because they're gonna cook the rest of the way in that cream sauce that we're gonna be making later. So we're going to start heating up our pan. Boom, I'm gonna put it on medium-high heat or medium heat so that way it doesn't burn too fast. So before I season my chicken, I'm going to fillet it because I just feel like it gives you more meat out of it. I wanna get as much meat out of this as possible, so I'm gonna go fillet it. And it also helps with the cooking process too. So if you don't feel like just beating it in, just fillet them into 2 nice little fillets. All right, now we're gonna place it into the bowl. All right, then we're gonna coat it with some olive oil. Just wanna get a nice amount on there so that way it can lather it up. And the only seasons we're gonna hit this with is just salt and pepper, that's it. A lot of the flavor is gonna come in that sauce, so you don't have to over season the chicken. Next, let's go ahead and add in some pepper. And we're just gonna mix that in. Just want to make sure that the chicken is fully coated with that seasoning. Actually, guys, I will add one extra thing other than the salt and pepper. Let's go ahead and add in some Tony Creole seasoning. Because I just thought about it, I do want that chicken to get a nice little flavor to it itself. And it will get a lot in the sauce, but sometimes when you cook it on the chicken, it's just, you know, it gets embedded in that chicken. So it ain't just on the sauce, it's in the chicken as well. All right. And this is how your chicken should come out looking. All right, so now that we're done marinating our chicken, we're gonna go ahead and add in our olive oil to the pan. Just wanna add about a tablespoon of that. All right, so the goal for the chicken is to brown it. So we're gonna brown each side. So we're gonna cook it for about 2-3 minutes on each side. We're not trying to cook it all the way through because it's gonna still cook in that sauce and we don't want this chicken breast to be dry. And this is how the chicken should look right here when it's brown. This is what I mean by browning the chicken. You want to make sure that it has a perfect char all around. It should be a light brown char. There you go. Then we're going to brown the other side for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once the chicken is brown like this on both sides, now you know the chicken is ready. We're going to place it to the side. All right, now to the same pan, we're going to add in our butter. This part is optional as well. You can add in a little bit of red crushed chili peppers. This is optional, just for a little heat. Not too much. All right, next we're gonna put in our sun-dried tomatoes. All right, let's switch it up. Let's get a wooden spatula. I'm gonna make sure that you cook that down for about 1 to 2 minutes, not too long. We're just trying to get that peppers to mix in with those sun-dried tomatoes. All right, also you're gonna add in some minced garlic. Can't forget the garlic. You can use fresh garlic or you can use minced garlic. So first things first, we're going to add in half a cup of chicken broth to 3/4 cups. Next, we're going to add in 1 cup of creamer, or you can add to like a half a cup, 1 cup, depending on how creamy you want it to be. I'm going to add a little salt to taste. All right, so now we're going to add in our spinach. While that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting my chicken. All right, so lastly, guys, we're going to put in that grated cheese. So you want to get you some grated Parmesan cheese, or you can get you some fresh Parmesan cheese and grate it. But if you go with the fresh Parmesan cheese, it's going to be more creamier and smooth because the cheese breaks down a lot better because it doesn't have any, like, you know, extra stuff, preservatives on it like the package does to keep it from sticking together. That actually makes the cheese a lot clumpy. Alrighty, you just want to mix that cheese in there. All right, let's add in our noodles now. Now in this part, you want to make sure that you turn the heat down. You don't want the heat to be burning this, so let's just slow cook it now because we want the sauce to get inside of that spaghetti. This, I promise, is the last step. You want to just go ahead and add in your diced chicken. Yummy, yummy chicken. I'll top it off with some more cheese. Because I love cheese. I don't know about y'all. All right, we're going to let that chicken finish off. We're going to give it about 5 minutes, and then we're going to check on it after that. Remember, we're going to turn it on low heat. Then we're going to get back to it. And there we have it, guys. Creamy chicken, spaghetti, spinach, and sun-dried tomatoes with a special homemade cream sauce. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of this dish. Do we got another one? Let me know in the comment section. Until the next recipe, guys. Peace.